everyone, I've got a very messy desk today, but I've just started to make some tags, and I thought, why don't I do a mass make on them? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a mass make of tags. So I've got everything out that I need to make my tags. I've printed off some paper. I've printed these ledger pictures on one side, and then on the back I've done like a tea dye print. So I've got 2 pages of that, and I'm going to cut them, well, not into half because half will be too wide, but I'm going to cut them down and use them as my tags. So cut the white edges off as well. So you don't have to do this, it can be done with a plain background, but you do need to start with your tag shapes. Another thing I've got is, other things that I've got is words cut out ready to use, washi tape. I've got my focal points, which are going to be pictures of people and children, because I'm making some tags for in one of the groups. We're doing a tag swap, and the theme is people, so you can interpret that any way that you want, and that's what I'm going to do, make some tags. So I've cut these down, and now I'm going to make my tag shape on the top, and to do that you cut off one side like this, and then get that piece and hold it on the other side, so that you know you've got both pieces the same size, and just cut that off. And there you are, you've got your tags. So I've made 2 tags there, that one and that one, and this is going to be the background of my tag, or I could have that as the background. Actually, that's still got a bit of white on it. Just trim that off. I mean, you can easily write over that, so yeah, but I'm going to have this bit as the background, as the writing portion for mine. So yeah, you can do it with you could do it with a book page. You could put a book page onto some card. You could use plain white card and just ink it up, or put as I say, a book page, a music page, a piece of newspaper, anything like that. You could use pretty wrapping paper, some discarded wrapping paper, you could use that. Right, I've got the white off the back, so then I fold that in half. This is just how I do it, because I don't do the tea dyeing, I find it frustrates me. I don't do that. Just so I print off my paper that's already, I've got some patterns in my files that are of tea dyed paper, so that's what I do, I use those. So once again, match up your corner, just pop that off like so. That's another 2 tags ready. I have actually got quite a few ready already, but I thought, well, I'll show you how I do it, and then it just makes it a bit easier for you, doesn't it, just in case. Yeah, you can buy ready-made tags and just decorate those. I do have some of those as well that I'll show you. They were given to me by my lovely friend Bonnie, so I'm going to use some of those today as well. You can have plain white tags, and you could draw on them, colour on them, you could paint them, anything you want. But this is how I wanted to do mine, so as long as you've got your tag bases, it doesn't matter what's on them or where they came from, as long as you're happy with them and they're in a theme that you like. So yeah, I've got lots of stickers of people. They're going to be my focal point, but you can have any focal point that you like. It's up to you. You might want to have flowers, animals, butterflies, mushrooms, anything, hot air balloons even. I've done ones with those on before. So here we are. Yeah, that one's gone a bit wonky, look. Just need to do a tiny bit more. That's it, it's a bit dangerous, that is. You end up with ruining your tags, but no, it's come out alright. Yes, I'm joining in one of the groups. We're doing a tag swap, and the theme is people. So I thought, while I'm doing that, I'll do some for Gaynor as well, for fairy and mermaid journal. I thought I'll do some for that while I'm doing it, because I do enjoy sitting and making tags. I find it very calming and relaxing, and you know, I feel a bit creative doing that. So these ones are a little bit, I wanted these ones a little tiny bit thinner, so let's, I've got some pieces of net to use. I could cut a little bit of net and use that. I've got some buttons, so I could use buttons. I've got some little numbers. I've got words. What else have I got? I've got some craft paper and different coloured papers. I've got music paper. I've got book pages. That's, you name it, I've got it to put on the tag. So anything you fancy putting on your tags, you might want to put some lace, some bows. Like I said, I've got a stamp there. There we go. So there's my basic tags. I save all bits of paper to use for these projects. I've been tearing out bits of craft paper, bits of patterned paper. I've got some pages there from pages, and I've even got some pages from Japanese books. I bought some Japanese books on Vinted. Oh, and I love them. The writing is beautiful. It's like a work of art, isn't it? So I've been using pieces of those in my journaling. I'm just roughly tearing out. It can be anything, you know. It could be a picture. It could be some flowers. It could be a floral piece of paper. So there's some of that done. Just literally tear it like that. You can save these bits to stamp on because they're white. I have a whole drawer there full of bits and pieces. Then I've got music paper, which I save my music paper, and then just, you know, you could cut it out straight, you could tear it. I like the torn look, but if you wanted to, you could cut it out straight. You don't have to have it torn. So let's have one straight bit and one torn bit, shall we? So we'll cut that straight. Thankfully there is a line there. So then I can just cut that into pieces like that. So I've got some straight bits, and then I'm going to have some torn. So tear along this one. I've got an earworm at the minute, and it is Billy, Don't Be a Hero. Oh, honestly, of all things, that's what I've got stuck in my ear. Billy, don't be a hero. It's all I can hear all the time. I keep singing it. I even played it a couple of times on YouTube, but it's not got rid of the earworm. It hasn't. Oh. Never mind, it could be worse, couldn't it? So here we've got some torn ones. There's my torn bit. So I've got music paper. I've got some lined paper. I've got this here, look, that I'm going to use. So I'm going to tear some of that as well. It's one that I was supposed to print it on card, but it came out on paper. So I thought, well, I can use it still, can't I? I can use it for this. Some like little bits of lined paper that can go in the background. Anything you've got lying around. Old envelopes, you could use that. All sorts, anything. You can use anything you want, really. And this has got, it says, I don't know what it says. Jack CH, Jack CR. So we'll tear that bit off there. I don't want them too big because my tags are not too big, so we'll tear this down a bit as well, and I think we'll have that in half like that. So we've got some lined paper there. I've also got some lined paper that I cut out. I've got some washi tape. These are from my lovely friend Bonnie, so I'm going to use some of those as well. Okay, yes, I've got all my bits and pieces. So let's start with a tag. I wanted to do one that's got lines of different papers going like this. So we'll start with a bit of the Chinese or Japanese, I'm not sure, but it's one of the two. I want to do it, like I say, in a line. I've got my glue gun on to glue on the more, you know, things that won't stick on with a glue stick. So I'm thinking that there, we can always trim around it when we're done. Then a piece of this as well. Do it that way, I think, so that it'll fit. This is craft paper, and I buy this. I buy the little, you can buy little craft journals, and I just use the pages out of that because they're lovely and thick, and yeah, so we've got that one. Then what else can we have? Oh, we could have some of that floral, couldn't we? This floral stuff here. It's like wallpaper. I think that's what it is. I think it is actually a wallpaper. A picture of somebody's wallpaper, so yeah. I don't have to worry about the other side being torn because I can tuck that underneath there, look. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? Oh, I do like that. Oh, let's see if we can, maybe if we put that there, because that's not quite long enough, is it, to go? That's it. I need another strip there. Let's see, what can we have? I've got this brown. It came in one of the, you know, one of the pads you can buy. That would be good, wouldn't it? Let's tear a strip of this brown off. So the next thing I'm going to do is glue those on. So I've got 1, 2, 3, that needs to go underneath, doesn't it? So tear the edge of that. Just pop that underneath there. There we go. And then that bit on the end. If I glue all that on, then I can trim around the back of it, can't I? So I'm going to actually glue the pieces of paper rather than the card. See, that could have been plain. You're not going to see it anyway, are you? So then we can trim the extra off that we don't need. Or not, you might decide to leave it irregular, that would be fine, however you want to do it. Just need to wipe that glue off there. There's a big chunk of glue on the bottom of there. That's it. There we are, all trimmed. I like that, I really like that. And then, so I've got all of my papers on there that I wanted, all my background. So now let's pick a focal point and a word to go on there. I love this sticker of this man. Look at that with his dog, I love that. Or I've got some little ones of children, or I've got, look at this one, this beach babe. Or I've got one of more, she's a little bit too small, isn't she, that one? I've got these, and these again are too small for this card, but I do think I'm going to go with this, it needs to be a bigger one, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to go with the man for this one. Do I put him in the middle like that, do you think? Yeah, I think I might do. I think I'm going to go, it's very stark and white, so I'm going to, round the edges I mean, so I'm going to get my distress ink and just go round the edges of the sticker a bit. Look, it just looks a bit out of place, doesn't it, because it's so white, the background. He's got a lovely dog and he looks really happy. Yeah, who wouldn't be happy with a lovely dog like that? Put him off to the side. I'm just going to lay it out and then I'll decide afterwards. So then we want some words. With this being a tall tag, we might have some of the words going down the side. That one says find your joy. Well, he looks like he's found his joy, doesn't he, with his dog? Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Or hey gorgeous, find your passion, motivation, carpe diem. Yeah, some of them are a bit too long. About, yeah, I think we'll have find your joy. I'm just going to trim it a little bit narrower. Just sort of cut them out roughly, and then I thought, well, I can trim them down when I use them, so that's what I'm just doing quickly. We'll put that on that brown there, that'll go really nicely, I think. Find your joy. We could have it up there though instead of down there. I don't know, yeah, well, we could have it on somewhere anyway. And then because he's a bit manly, I don't really want to put any lace on. It's a bit too manly to have lace on, isn't it? What about a bit of plain writing paper across the top there? The thing is, if you put it on and you don't like it, you can just take it off again. It's not, you know, it's nothing's going to hurt trying it out to see how you feel, is it? So let's do that. I don't want to put, yeah, but I don't want to put any lace or ribbon on because I feel like this should be a bit plainer because it is a bit manly. Yeah, maybe something like that under there. Yeah, now I'm thinking that's too white, isn't it? Yeah, so that's a no. Oh, maybe we haven't got any like plain writing on there, have we? We could have a bit of that just across behind his head. Yeah, I like that. And then we just need something here, like maybe a button would work. A button. We need to put a hole here, and it will have some, I'm going to use some string through it. Oh, let's see if we can find a number or something. I've got lots of numbers and things in here I can use. I think I like this one. I'm going to go with that one. So I think that's it then. I think that's that tag design. So I'm going to get it all glued on. So I'm going to go with string for this one. I also have all different colours of raffia. I have lace I could put through there, all sorts. So I've got my little hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, you can use anything pointy. So actually that's not very straight across there, look. Let's just make it straight across, honestly. Oh, I'm terrible. Which means that's not quite right either. Let's just do that down a bit more. That's better. Yeah. So you can find the middle easier on the back, I think. Although I suppose we better do it on the front so we know what we're cutting through. So we'll go down. I want to go down quite a way. Yeah. No, that's not the middle. That's nearer the middle there. Yeah. I don't want to go over in that way. There we go. Now, if you want to, you can put a ring in there. Grommet, do they call it? I always get the name mixed up. Somewhere I do have a... Here we go. But if you don't have any grommets, or you don't want to put anything in there, then don't. Just you can just, I mean, you could even tape the string to the back of the card. You don't have to do any of this if you don't want to, but I'm just going to make my hole and put a little ring in it like that, and then I've got my string to go through. So I'm going to put my string through like this, poke the two holes through from the back like this, the 2 strings through from the back and bring the loop over and pull it up. I always make my strings miles too big, but there we are. That is our first tag made. I love that one. Perfect. Now I've got 3 more to do, so let's do a little one this time. One of the ones from my friend Bonnie. So these come already made. They've got, you can buy these, most places would sell them, like, you know, pound shops and places like that sell little tags like this. So for this I'm going to need a little focal point, aren't I? Something small to go on there. She's quite small, isn't she? We'll have her. So for the background, this time I'm going to do a stamp on the background. This is a stamp that I like to use. I like the pattern of it. Here's the, you'll see the pattern better on here. That's the pattern. So I'm going to just, I'm not going to cover the whole background with it, but just put some of it on here. And make sure I've got it. You can see that it's on there. I'm just going to go sort of like this, I think. Oh yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Look at that. I love that so much, you know. I'm obsessed with it. I am. I keep it out all the time, this one. And I'm thinking a little bit of pink lace. And I've got some pink glittery lace somewhere. Here it is. Just a tiny little bit of pink glittery lace up the top there. What I'm going to do is cut a strip of it off. Find the longest side. I think it's just here. Cut your strip off. And then I thought what I could do is tie it into a little bow. So I'll sort of have it, yeah, that's how I want it. So let me get my glue gun. Can go off to one side, I think, like that, and then I need a word. I like the magical, yeah, like that, and then I just need something to go here, don't I? Maybe that flower will go. Yeah, let's try that. Decided to change my mind and go like that, and then put the word magical over. It's a bit too blurry on its own, so I'm going to put the word magical over the top of it. that. I think that just peeping out there like that looks much better than having a whole flower, I think. And then we'll put some glue on the back of her. We'll take the backing off. There we are. And then you can write a little something on the back if you wanted to, you know, the person who is going to have the tag could. So that's that one. Now let's do another big one. This one, I've gone around the edge with a pen and drawn so that it looks as if it's been stitched. It looks as if it's been sewn on. Let's use one of the tall people we've got this time for this one. Let's turn that off a minute. Oh, she's a bit too tall. Yeah, she's quite tall, isn't she, that girl? Well, that picture of that girl, what's this one like? She's not as tall. We could have her. And then I like this fancy girl. She can go on another one though. Or I've got these. That one says smile. That's a nice one, isn't it? Let's do our background and then we'll decide. I love this. I'm gonna make one for Gaynor out of this because I love that. I love these so much. I've got a few of them. Absolutely love them. Or I love this one as well for the swap. Yeah, she looks good, doesn't she? I think we'll go with this. Well, let's see. Let's do the background first. So maybe, I don't know. Oh, I know. Let's do a napkin on here. Oh no, we can't put napkin on there because it'll cover up my stitching. We'll save the napkin for another one. I'll tell you what, let's swap that one for one that's not got stitching around it. There we go. And we'll cover that one with a piece of napkin. So these are the choices I've got. I think I'm going to go with this floral one actually. It will fit nicely. So if I've got the floral one, I've got that. I thought a piece of that would just look nice on its own down the edge of a page. Yeah, so yeah, we'll go with this floral one. So we'll cut, we don't need to use the whole napkin, we'll cut a quarter of it off. Right, so let's get this glued. I find this the easiest way to apply napkin to anything is to do this. Glue it like that first. I do it with envelopes and all sorts, and you get ever such pretty, you can get ever such pretty napkins, and I mean, when you use them like this, they're so inexpensive because I can get 4 tags out of one napkin. So split it up so you've got take the backing off it so you're down to just one layer, like this. And then just line it up where you want it and lay it on. See? Straighten it out. Goes on perfectly, doesn't it? Look at that. I love that. I love it. So now let's trim around it. Let's have another decide on what we're going to have on there. She's too small now. She's getting lost in the background. I think we need one that's got a plainer sort of. Yeah, that one might be more like it, mightn't it? Yeah, she's... Oh, that one. She's a bit too short. What about this one? She might go, might she? And then we have a bit of... craft paper there. Let's find a word or something to put on there. Well, let's try her on there actually. She's on there. No, I prefer this one, I think. Shine Your Way. Yes, that's good. And then I need something here. That bit of music paper, that's a bit too wide, but we can always narrow it down a bit. Oh yeah, I think that'll work, won't it? I like that. Right, let's get this all glued down. We'll start with this bit. Here we are. A little bit of this, I think. Shine Your Way. So we need something shiny on there, don't we? I'm taking it literally. This does have a backing on it, and it is rather sticky stuff, so you don't need to put extra glue for this. There we go. Where do we want it? Just like that, I think. Yeah. Oh yes, very blingy and nice, isn't it? I love this stuff. I do, honestly. I'd have my whole headboard covered in it if I could. Right, so now we need to make our hole. It's not going to be easy to make a hole through the lace, is it? Oh, actually it was easy. So I've got a little red grommet to go through to bring out the red in her. She's got like a reddy coloured dress. I'll pop that through there. Oh yeah, and then give it a good squeeze. There we go, it's not quite done it right. Let's try that again. I've got some raffia, that's what I've got. I bought a bundle of it from Temu and that's what I'm using. Some of my raffia. I've got it in all colours of the rainbow. There we go. Oh, what a palaver. What a palaver. It's just not stopping on now. I think the hole has, made the hole too big. I think that's the trouble. We'll see. I'll keep that one for my own personal journal. That's what I do with my seconds. I keep them for my own. So that one will go in my own personal journal because I've made a hash up of that. But I love this anyway. So yeah, I think that came out nicely. So we've had one with the strips of paper, we've had one with a napkin, and we've had one with a stamp on it. So let's do one more. Oh, it's the one with the stitches around it. Let's do that one with the stitches around it. This is the smaller one again, so we're going to use a little one. It's going to be for Gaynor, this one is. That one's nice, isn't it? I did like that. Yeah, did we decide on her? No, we did do a smaller one, didn't we? This one's not quite as small, so let's see what we've got. Some of these are for Gaynor and some are for the swap, so will she fit on there? Oh yes, she would, wouldn't she? I do love this. I absolutely love that. So let's see, let's have some washi tape on this one. This washi tape's from my lovely friend Bonnie. Sent me a lovely package, and so did my friend Tammy as well. They both are so kind, honestly. And I've had from Kay and Louisa and my lovely friend Claire and Penny. They've all sent me such lovely things for my journal. I absolutely am so blessed. Right, let's trim that. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that, Bonnie. She's standing in the flowers. How lovely. We'll have a bit of book page. I want to put the word magical on her. I did one before and put magical and I loved it because she's a little fairy. I've already used it. I already used magical, that's why I can't find it. Let's have nurture then, and we'll put it on a background. No, it's already got a background, hasn't it? It doesn't need a background, does it? It's got the flowers. Yeah, we'll stick that on there like that. And then that there, and then her, and then I've got this really lovely pink. Look at this. It's like pink cheesecloth. I'm just going to get a little bit of that and put it on. Cut a little strip of it off. And then just, I would tie it in a bow, but I tried tying that other one in a bow and it just ended up being a, yeah, it just comes to bits, look. Yeah, it is all coming to bits, so let's just have it in a heap, really. That's what there was, a little heap of cheesecloth, and we'll put something on it as well. We'll put that there like that, I think, yeah. Let's glue that on with a hot glue gun. Like that. We've got that there, we've got her there, and we've got nurture at the bottom. She's treading in the flowers. I want her in the middle though. I'm not happy with that nurture there. Where I could put it really. Can I put it there? Not that too far down. That's better. We'll have it that side. Yeah. So let's get these on. And then we'll have a hole in the middle at the top. Okay, so this is as far as we've got, and I've decided I want to put something, just something little. Now I think what I'll do is little twirls like this, just do a little twirl, just like that. And this one here. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's sort of filled it in. Yeah, good. Pleased with that. Now we need, I've got some pink raffia this time. And look how pretty that is. It really is lovely. I love this raffia. And then we'll pop that in the top. The trouble is it won't pull through very easily. Of course I have to do them massively long, but it's easy enough to rectify. We'll just chop a bit off. Look at that, so that's that one. And I think that we'll call that it, I think. So I've got all of my words, I've got my pictures, I've got everything here. So I can carry on making them, but I'm going to basically use the techniques that I've used already. I'm going to use napkin, I'm going to use my stamper, I'm going to use, I loved that, how those strips came out, I really loved that one. Yeah, really pleased. So that's 2 for my, well, this one I'm going to keep because I made a hash of that, didn't I? But that's 1 for the swap, and I've got to make 3 more for the swap. Yeah, and then I've got these 2 for gainers. Look how cute they are. I love those. I love this like fake stitching around the edge because you can do it in any colour you want, can't you? Oh, so that's 2 for gainer. Okay, so here are the ones that I've made. I actually ended up making 7. I mean, it's took me ages, but there we go. So we've got this one, which is for gainer. We've got this one, which is for, I love this one. Look at that one, I love that one. We've got this one, which is for the swap. I will be doing more of those because I want to do some to keep. Then there's this one. Yeah, you had to do 4 for the swap, so this one. This is the one that, which is the one that I ruined? Oh, I'll find it. And then this one. And then this one. Yeah, that's not the one I ruined. It's the one with red raffia on it, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I ruined. It's a shame really because I really like that, but yeah, that is not staying in there, and it's torn the back a little bit as well. What a shame. I could cut it straight across there and start again with the... No. And then that's the one I'll be keeping because I've made a right pig's ear of the grommet. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that and got a little bit of inspiration. Thank you for watching. I better go and tidy up my mess now. Bye for now.